I'm not sure how many of you guys actually watch my live streams or not, but if you have been, if you've watched my live streams within the past 4 or 5 days, or within the past week, however long LMS has been out, at this point for about, I want to say 6 days or something, you will know that I've been playing LMS every single day, and this is actually one of my first wins that you're seeing right here. I got Ancients, and I froze that guy right before he went to go loot the key. At this point, I'm not even sure if I realized that the keys were used to actually just regenerate your health. I don't think I actually did know that at the time. I'm playing a bunch of clips in the background of me just winning LMS games because I have played quite a lot of different games. If you pay attention to the clips in the background, you're going to see a progression of my actual gear loadouts for what I use at the end of LMS games. You'll see how I progress through these things, and you'll realize that as time goes on, I'm not really using Ancients that much. And Ancients are very, very fun in LMS, don't get me wrong. But unless you have a full inventory, or unless you get really good chest and you get a lot of tokens to go and buy Ancients and everything else you need, then I would say it's a lot more important to just get armor, get the gloves, get boots and everything, and then if you have tokens left over, that is when you actually go and buy Ancients. Now, there's been a lot of different games where I've had 60 plus tokens, and what I normally do at this point is I spend it all on prayer points, because prayer points are a lot better to have than Ancients or anything. The only time that you will ever really need Ancients, or actually I don't even know if you need Ancients at this point. The only thing that you would really need Ancients for in the end is if you're trying to catch someone in the fog, or you're trying to trick someone and catch them in the fog, because you don't really have that many supplies. Ancients is really fun and really good for LMS, maybe in the early game, but in late game, all it's really useful for is just catching people in the fog. Also, I just want to show you this clip right here. Look, there were 6 people left. This guy is running away from me. And then I didn't click off the screen, I didn't have anything open, and I got world switched. I have no idea what happened there. That was absolutely ridiculous. I got so frustrated. Anyway, I'm just sitting here in that clip. I was just dancing, taunting those guys. And in this clip right here, you'll notice that this guy is just sitting in the corner, and he's using the bug where you couldn't get hit. So all I did was I had to trick him into coming out, and I got very, very lucky. Look at this win right here. 0, 13, he hit a 0 again, and a 16. That was so lucky. I only had 1 prayer point, and at this point I wasn't really the best with doing prayer flicking, because again, I can prayer flick, I know how to prayer flick, but I don't like doing prayer flicking. I just can't do it for a long time. I can't sit there and really grind out prayer flicking. A huge part of prayer flicking is normally within PVM, and hopefully by the time I release this video, since I'm making this Wednesday night, I am going to assume that they did something with prayer and LMS. They did have a lot of great changes that are coming to the new LMS, and I'm really happy about that. But I'll just assume that they have already fixed prayer. So anyway, what I have done to win all of these games, now that I've gotten all of that out of the way, is it was definitely a learning curve, and there's definitely a lot of people telling me that I was bad every step of the way, because, you know, you die once in LMS and you can't do crap, or you get an unlucky, you know, death from an opponent's GMAL, which, by the way, look at this really quick. I mean, there was no way I was going to lose anyway, because I'm full prayer points, but look at that. That guy had a full inventory of food. I wasn't going to lose anyway, because I had 3 keys, I had a full prayer potion, and I had a full inventory of food, as well as full prayer. I wasn't going to lose. But anyway, it was funny. So what I have been trying to do to figure out how to win LMS is, all I would do is just go and loot as many things as possible. What I mean by that is you want to get as many chests as possible in the beginning of LMS. And as of right now, again, I think that they maybe have fixed the Trinity spawn when this video has come out. But if they have not yet fixed the Trinity spawn, or they haven't fixed the spawn points yet, if you get spawned in Trinity, then you are pretty much done, because you can only get about 2 or 3 chests. And it's really just not good to win. But you want to get as many chests as possible and sell as many tokens as possible in the beginning, or sell as many things for tokens as possible in the beginning. You want to try to get a whip, which really quick, again, because I'm just watching through these clips as I commentate these. This guy actually gave me his freaking Gmaul to use against him. I was joking and said, "Can I have your Gmaul at spec you?" And the guy gave it to me, so respect for him. And he said, "Can I be in your thumbnail, please?" But no, you can't. I'm sorry, man, because I have to have a different thumbnail for this. But if it wasn't about how much money I made, I probably would have put you in the thumbnail. So, you know, it's a thought that counts, I suppose. Anyway, what I like to do if I spawn to the west, like anywhere on the west side, I normally always get 6 chests at the very least. Even if there's other people surrounding you in the area, all you have to do is make it seem like you looted those chests before they got to get to them. I mean, a lot of different people do actually know that you are trying to just trick them. So you kind of have to get the hang of it and realize that some people may actually not fall for it and they'll just loot your chest anyway, so you won't get 6 chests. Maybe you'll just get 3 or 4 or maybe even 2, which at that point that really just sucks. But I mean, if it works 1 in 5 times, then it works, it's good. So you have to make sure that you get as many chests as possible in the beginning, and once you get as many chests as possible, sell your stuff, buy a whip. So the next thing that you need to do is you have to pick on the weak, and that sounds really bad, but you need to find someone that has the least amount of gear, and then you just need to kill them. You need to jump on them as soon as you possibly can, and if they have any armor on, like they have any sort of, like, let's say proselyte or rune or anything, then you want to just go ahead and use melee on them. If you have any melee weapons, you want to use melee on them, and if you have ranged weapons, then I mean, you're kind of screwed. I would just run away or just try to sell all of your items to the shop. But if they don't have any armor on, that's when you actually want to range. So if they have armor on, you want to just use melee. If they don't have armor on, then you want to use range, because you need to go for DPS in the beginning of this game. And the more damage that you deal to the other person in the beginning, the more likely that you will be to kill them, the more likely you will be to get more items, the more likely you will be to buy a whip to kill other people, and just keep picking on people and progressing in the game until you are finally within the last 5, and at that point it is pretty much just sit there and try to kill the weakest link. Really, a big thing here is that you just need prayer points, you need to know how to flick, and you need good armor. So what I normally like to buy with all of my tokens is a full rune set, climbing boots. If I don't have any gloves, I buy the myth gloves. I don't really buy the Amulet of Accuracy, although it might actually give you an extra bonus. I don't ever really buy it because I don't think it's much of a bonus if it does give you any sort of bonus. And then it's nothing but prayer pots until I'm full prayer, until I'm 99 prayer or somewhere around that. And then I try to save 1 prayer pot. I try to make sure that I have some range in case someone does have magic or anything at the end. And then I try to make sure that I have a full inventory of food. And then if I have any keys, I don't use them until I'm about 40 HP or something like that in a fight. Now, if you guys are paying attention to the background clips, look at this. It was 1v3, technically 1v4, but the guy just died. The first guy died to me, and it wasn't that hard. It was 1v3, and I was about to lose, and I took down every single person on the team. And people say that it's not really teaming, or they're not teaming if they aren't attacking you, or they aren't attacking each other, like, because they don't know each other. They're trying to say that just because they aren't attacking each other doesn't mean they're teaming, but it's pretty much the definition of it. If you aren't going to attack each other, then you pretty much are in an alliance until the end. So in my opinion, it was a team, and I took them down 1v3. That was absolutely ridiculous. I was so ecstatic to actually take them down. I'm not sure if this was on my live stream yesterday or 2 days ago. Either way, it was very, very fun. I was just showing you guys all of the LMS clips that I actually won in the background. I didn't really show you any second place clips. I have a lot more clips, but I'm sure you guys don't want to see it. So I'm going to show you guys how many times I played the game and how many times I won in the next clip coming up right now. So after sitting and scrubbing through 4 different live streams I did of LMS, I think it adds up to somewhere around 20 to 30 hours. I just sat there and scrubbed through all of the games. I came up with how much I actually won, and I mean, as you guys know, I came up with, well, I mean, you saw in the thumbnail most likely, I got 35 mil cash, and I put about 15 mil into LMS, and it gave me back about 35 mil, so that's about 20 mil profit. That's awesome. I've been doing this for the past 4 days, so in terms of money-making methods, I mean, I don't know if I'd call it a really good money-making method unless you know what you're doing. I mean, I'm not even the best at doing prayer flicks or anything, but if you know how to do it, then it is really good to make money in. And I mean, I could have been doing a lot of other things to make money, like high-risk PKing. Obviously, there's risk in that, and there's even risk in this too. But I don't really enjoy... Well, I enjoy high-risk PKing, but I don't enjoy sitting there grinding out things to make money, so I would much rather do something like this to make the money. So 19 wins got me about 2.85 mil cash, And oh, that's a lot of kills. Oh my god, almost 400 kills in 273 games. And I saw a lot of different games. I came in second place. I kept dying to such stupid stuff. It was just my own stupidity at a lot of points. A lot of it was just Gmauling, like people Gmauling me out. Like you saw in my clips. Like I Gmauled a lot of people out, and a lot of people Gmauled me out. But it came to about 35 mil. And I would have a lot less games played, or how do you say, a lot more wins, or it would be a lot more balanced out if I didn't lose for 8.5 hours at LMS. Oh my god. I literally lost for 8.5 hours, guys. I streamed it for 13.5 hours, and I didn't win that long. I got bad luck after bad luck after bad luck for 8.5 hours. That's the worst RNG I've ever gone through. Of course, there were some times where I just died of my own stupidity and I was getting tired. Sometimes where I just died to stupidity and it wasn't tired. Overall, this was really interesting, and again, this is going to be uploaded tomorrow when a new LMS is out, and I'm sure I'm going to be playing that and streaming that a bunch. I have been playing LMS so much that I haven't really gotten to any of my videos this week. I have a lot of different fun videos planned. I just wasn't able to get to them in time because I've just been having so much fun with LMS. I've been having a lot of live streams. I've been doing a lot of live streams. You guys have been tuning in for everything. So aside from that, that's pretty much the end of this video. So thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you guys can win some LMS games. All you got to really do, learn to prayer flick and know when to loot your chest. Alright, see you next time. Bye.